In this video, we're going to talk about the hippopotamus. You know, when you picture a hippo, what comes to mind? Probably this big, kind of lazy looking animal just chilling in the water, right? Well, there is so much more to them. They're actually full of surprises. I mean, they're incredibly powerful, super aggressive, and honestly, a lot of what we think we know about them is just plain wrong. So today, we're going to peel back the layers on one of Africa's most famous and most dangerous animals. All right, first things first, let's get to know the river horse. So the name hippopotamus is actually ancient Greek for river horse. And you can totally see why, right? They saw this huge animal hanging out in the water, and that's what they called it. Now, just to be clear, they're not related to horses at all. But that name, it perfectly describes their lifestyle. These guys spend, get this, up to 18 hours a day just submerged in water. It's how they keep their sensitive skin cool. And when we say heavyweight, we are not kidding. The hippo is the third largest land mammal on the entire planet. Seriously, the only animals that are bigger are elephants and rhinos. A big male hippo can weigh over 1,500 kilograms. That's more than 3,300 pounds. To put that in perspective, that's like having a small car walking around. Okay, so we've got this giant of an animal, which begs the question, where are they all, and how many are actually left? Well, the best estimates we have put the numbers somewhere between 115,000 and 130,000 hippos left in the wild. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a pretty big number. But here's the thing. Their population has actually dropped by a lot, maybe as much as 20% over the last 100 years or so. That's why they're officially listed as vulnerable. And here's what's really important to get. They're not spread out evenly, not at all. As you can see from this chart, they are super concentrated in one area. A whopping 77%, more than 3/4 of all hippos, live in Eastern Africa, places like Zambia and Tanzania. This means those specific regions are absolutely essential. I mean, the entire future of the species pretty much depends on them. Alright, so we know where they are, but what's life actually like for a hippo? Let's talk about their social life. Okay, so hippos are super social. They hang out in groups called pods, which usually have about 10 to 30 of them. And in every pod, there's one boss, the dominant male or bull. His job is to protect their turf, their little stretch of the river, and he's the only one who gets to mate with the females. The females, called cows, and their babies form the heart of the group. And for hippos, family is a huge deal. A mama hippo, she is one of the most protective moms in the entire animal kingdom. She will go to incredible lengths to protect her calf, sometimes even letting it ride on her back in the water to keep it safe from things like crocodiles. You'd think for an animal this massive, the pregnancy would take forever, right? Nope, it's actually pretty short, only about 8 months. Then, a single calf is born. This quick turnaround is really important for keeping the pod going. So let's follow the life of a hippo for a sec. A baby calf is born weighing up to 50 kilograms. That's over 100 pounds. At around 5 to 7 years old, it's ready to start its own family. And as a grown-up, its main job is eating. They come out of the water at night and can munch down up to 40 kilos of grass in a single go. And if they're lucky, they can live for a good 40 to 50 years out in the wild. So, they're big, they're tough, but that doesn't mean life is easy. Hippos live in a pretty dangerous world, facing threats from all sides. And you see this? That is not a yawn. Don't ever make that mistake. When a hippo opens its mouth like that, it's a threat. A big one. It's showing off its weapons. These massive tusks that can be almost 2 feet long. It's their way of saying, back off now. Which, of course, makes you wonder, with a mouth like that, what on earth would be brave enough or foolish enough to try and prey on a full-grown hippo? The short answer, not much. An adult hippo is basically a walking tank. I mean, sure, a big group of lions or a massive crocodile might give it a go if the hippo is hurt or by itself, but it's a huge risk for them. The babies, though, that's a different story. They're way more vulnerable. Crocs, lions, hyenas, leopards, they all see a hippo calf as a potential meal. But here's the tough truth. The biggest threat to a hippo isn't another animal. It's us. Now before we wrap up, how about we dive into 5 absolutely amazing facts about these incredible animals. First up, they make their own sunscreen. It's this pink oily stuff, often called blood sweat, that protects their skin and even works as an antibiotic. How cool is that? Second, they can't actually swim. I'm serious. They just kind of run or bounce along the bottom of the river. Third, and this is wild, their closest living relatives are whales and dolphins. Yeah, go figure. Fourth, don't let their size fool you. On land, a hippo can hit speeds of 30 kilometers an hour. That's more than fast enough to outrun a person. And finally, that giant mouth, it can open up to a staggering 150 degrees, which is wider than pretty much any other land animal out there. Just amazing. All right, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.